Hey, what's up guys, Duct here, and today I'm bringing y'all another video here on Hypixel Skyblock. And in this video we're going to be discussing how to get to the Dwarven Mines, and once you're at the Dwarven Mines, the major locations that you need to know. The locations we're going to be covering today are the Palace, the Royal Mines, the Cliffside Mines, Rampart's Quarry, Lava Fields, the Forge, Goblin Burrows, Far Reserve, the Upper Mines, and lastly, the Mist. There are several other locations besides that, such as CNC Minecraft Company, but as of right now there's no major point of knowing where that is, so we're going to focus on the more important locations today. To begin, we're going to talk about how to get to the Dwarven Mines. First, you have to be able to go to the Deep Caverns, and you have to be mining level 12, which inherently means you'd have to be able to go to the Deep Caverns anyways, but yes. So then you need to go to the Obsidian Sanctuary and talk to our boy Reese. Reese here is going to give you a little mini quest where you need to bring him some enchanted diamonds and some enchanted emeralds and stuff like that. And when you do that, you'll get what's called the Heart of the Mountain, which will basically just mean you can go up to the lift operator and click on teleport to the Dwarven Mines, and well, you're here. So now let's talk about where you go once you're at the Dwarven Mines. Alright, so now that we're into the Dwarven Mines, here's some timestamps on the screen, so you can figure out which location you're trying to go to right now. Obviously, it would be good to watch the whole thing, but if you just want to watch a specific portion, that's how you can do that. Alright, to begin, we have a very long corridor, which is basically just the entrance. And if you head to the right, you can talk to Boo Boo and Bolvar. You want to talk to Boo Boo and buy a fractured mithril pickaxe so that you're able to break titanium. If you don't buy it, you can't really break titanium, which isn't a good thing because most of your commissions require you to break titanium. Also, there is a bank here if you go there. There's a blacksmith. There is also an events guy that you could come to and teleport to the events, which is great. And that's just about all that's in the entrance for now. I'm sure they'll add more stuff though. From here you basically take a little bit of a right, and we're going to go ahead and talk about how to get to the palace. The palace is the first place you need to go so that you can start your commissions, and you're going to come here a lot, so it's kind of important. Basically for the palace, you follow the gold. Basically. If you see the gold arches, that's where the palace is. It is the same if you look down below here. You can see the gold over there. You can basically see that that's where the palace is going to be. And you can come talk to the king up here. And, well, there's 7 kings. But you talk to one of the kings and you could get what you're trying to do done. And start your commissions. Now, a lot of these commissions will say you have to go to a certain location. Like mine right now says I need to go to the Upper Mines. So we're going to talk about all those locations coming from the palace. Just because I think that makes the most sense, because that's where you start your commission. So we're going to go from the palace to wherever the mine, or whatever the location is. So to begin, we're going to do the Royal Mines. And this is the easiest because it is quite literally just right below us. It's quite literally right here. Sometimes some people had some trouble finding it because it's not very clear where it is. I even had some trouble right when I first started, but luckily I was able to find it pretty quickly. So yeah, this is basically where the Royal Mines are. You can break any of this stuff, and it will count as broken within the Royal Mines. The next location we're going to talk about are the Lava Fields. So the Lava Fields are basically forward from the palace. You know, you go across the palace bridge, and they are right here. Now, you can basically break literally anything here, like I could just throw my pickaxe, bam, and this would count as broken in the Lava Fields. Now for the Cliffside Mines. The Cliffside Mines are also fairly close. Basically, you just have to jump down from up at there at the palace, and they are right here. Now, this counts this entire area around here, along with these veins over here, which, speaking of, this guy is... okay. And then there's all of this as well. One last thing for this is the vein that I like to do a lot is this one literally right here. I like to break all this clay and wool right here. I don't know why, it's just what I like to do, but the other spot I like is over here, right here. This spot is pretty good as well. I just like to do this little part here until I get titanium, and then I do this part for the compact. It's pretty nice. I like this area. Alright, so the next location is going to be the Forge. For this, you can go forward, and then to the left, and then you can literally just jump down here. And now, your health may be a problem there, admittedly, but that's how I usually travel to get here. But you could also come a little bit of a safer path if you want to go from the Cliffside Mines, there's a path right here, or you could come from several other locations that I could show you in the future. But yeah, this is where the forge is. You could talk to the forgers here, figure out what's going on, like I could see my titanium or whatever I'm trying to craft in here, like if I'm trying to craft a drill or whatever. Okay, so the next location we're talking about is the Great Ice Wall. You won't have any quests that tell you need to go to the Great Ice Wall, but you will need to because you have a quest where you have to kill stuff that is located at the ice wall. So basically, you could come down here to the same direction you would go for the Royal Mines, and then you have to cross this bridge to your left. By the way, this is Devon's Gateway. A lot of time the ghast will spawn here, or it can even spawn up there above the Cliffside Mines. Those are some very common locations for it, but it does have several locations as well. Here you can kill Ice Walkers, which is a quest you could get, so you will have to come here sometimes. Also, you can get Glacial Armor, which you can sell in the auction house for a decent amount of money as well. The next location we're going to do is Rampart's Quarry. Now, there's several ways to get here. Here's one of those. You could go forward and then up here, and then there's this little bridge thing, and you could go through here, and it'll just say Dwarven Mines right now, then Gates to the Mines, and all of a sudden, you are in Rampart's Quarry. Now, Rampart's Quarry takes up all of this area right here as well. Also, if you go through this gate, it takes up this area, so it's a very large area. It's one of the largest, if not the largest area, so yeah, it's a common place you will need to go. The next location we're going to talk about is the Far Reserve. Now, this is a very common place you're going to have to go, which you're going to jump down and go through the Royal Mines yet again, then through the Cliffside Veins. There are several other ways to get there, but this is just the way that I usually like to go. And then you can go through here, which takes you past Rampart's Quarry. And once you're in this room, you will be into the Far Reserve. Now, this includes all this area right here, so it is another very, very large area. Not to mention, this is one of the craziest blue wool areas, so it's actually extremely good for like when I use my pick ability. So I do like this spot quite a bit. Alright, so the next location is the Goblin Burrows, which, similarly to the Far Reserve, is almost in exactly the same location. There's a couple ways to get here, though. You can go through this way, so you can go through the ice wall, basically the ice wall areas, and then you could go to right here and you will be at the Goblin Burrows. There's another way, which I will show you right quick, which is basically you go to the Far Reserve and then you can walk down and you'll see all the goblins. So it's literally right here. It's just up to personal preference which way you go there. And I'll show you how to go to the Upper Mines. Now, there's a couple ways to get to the Upper Mines, but this is probably the way that I go most commonly. You could go through a multitude of ways, but this is just the easiest in my opinion. You could run through here, basically go to Rampart's Quarry, then you head right, and you're at the Upper Mines. Now, this is a fairly small area right here. It's not that large, but there's an additional part that may be a bit harder to find that I could show you right quick. You can also break all of this area right here, and all of those, but there's another one that I'd like to show y'all, which is if you come up here into Rampart's Quarry a little bit, you will find this little secret room up here, which is still considered part of the Upper Mines, which has a lot of other areas that you can mine as well. So if you want to, you can technically mine here for the Upper Mines. Also, not to mention, there are the Treasure Hoarders, which is how you can get Treasurite, which is somewhat valuable still. So you may want to come here for those purposes as well. Alright, so now that we've gone through all the different mining locations, we're here for the final one, the Mist. So this is how you can kill ghosts, which in turn can get you Sorrow, so then you can make Sorrow armor, which is super, super valuable, like tens of millions. Like, I paid about 50 million. I don't know if it's still worth about 50 million, but, you know, it's still worth a lot of money and is super hard to get, mainly because they're very hard to kill. Like, very hard to kill. They have a ton of health, and they deal an absolute ton of damage, and they are down here below the Royal Mines. And you'll get a warning that their mobs are super strong here, and basically, I would die if I tried to kill any of them. That's usually how that would work. Alright guys, that's going to conclude my locations guide for the Dwarven Mines. I hope it really helps out a lot of y'all, and if it did, maybe consider subscribing for more content here on my channel. I'm going to be grinding this Dwarven Mines update. I already have a level 100 Mythril Golem. I maybe spent a lot of money on that. Was it a poor decision? I don't know. But I did. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.